Okay then, in this video we will discuss Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, or in short, Amazon EC2, which is a virtual server in the cloud. But before proceeding with the Amazon EC2, I would like to cover another concept called server virtualization. This will also help us better understand Amazon EC2. So, what is server virtualization? In essence, server virtualization is a technology which allows the resources of the physical server to be shared with many other virtual machines. Let me explain this using a diagram, because with a diagram it's very clear and it's easy to understand. So here we have a physical server, and this could be a physical server in the data center of the cloud computing provider, right? And this physical server has all the necessary physical hardware to operate, such as central processing unit, storage, memory, etc. and etc. Then here we have a hypervisor, which is a software application for managing the resources of the physical server. In other words, this hypervisor allocates the resources of the physical server to each virtual machine. In this example here we have 3 virtual machines, right? And the hypervisor allocates the resources of the physical server to each virtual machine depending on its requirements. For instance, let's say this physical server has 10 gigabytes of storage, and virtual machine 1 needs 5 gigabytes of storage. Virtual machine 2 needs 3 gigabytes of storage, and the last one, virtual machine 3, needs 2 gigabytes of storage. So the job of the hypervisor to allocate those requested resources to the virtual machines. And it goes without saying that allocated resources would be in the form of virtualized hardware. Also, I would like to point out that each virtual machine can run its own operating system, and they can be different from each other. For instance, the first virtual machine can run on Windows operating system, whereas the other 2 can run on Linux operating system. The same applies to software applications. So for instance, virtual machine 1 can run one software application, and the other 2 can run, for instance, different software applications. So they are independent, all right? Now, why do we need this server virtualization? There are many benefits of using server virtualization. One of them is being better utilization of hardware of the physical server, all right? And I think it's very clear regarding server virtualization. Now, why I have explained this one? So because the same principle is applied in Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, all right? So now let's move to the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, and it's gonna be very clear. So Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, or in short, EC2, is a web service that provides resizable computing capacity. So in other words, virtual servers in Amazon's data centers, all right? So now, how does that work? How can we launch virtual servers in Amazon EC2? So let me explain this one with a diagram again, because with a diagram it's very easy to understand. So here we have Amazon EC2, all right? So it's a web service. So the first thing we need to do when we launch a server in EC2 is to select a template from an AMI, which stands for Amazon Machine Image. So this AMI provides templates which contain software configurations, such as operating system, software applications, etc. and etc. Alright? So that means here you need to specify whether you want Windows, Linux operating system, and you can also specify what kind of software applications you want. For instance, if you are a web developer, you may need WordPress, all right? So in that case, you can specify a template which includes your desired operating system and software application, all right? So then we need to select instance type. which specifies the hardware of your virtual server, such as CPU, memory, storage, network. All right. So then there are some other configurations, like you can add a tag, which is metadata. You can also configure security groups. But they are not important right now. So once you specify AMI and instance type plus some other configurations, you'll be ready to launch your instance, all right, which is a virtual server. So if you don't understand this AMI and instance type in detail, don't worry. We'll cover them in detail in the next videos. So I think it's very clear. So this instance is a virtual machine, all right? So whenever you go to Amazon EC2, it's gonna be a web service, and in there you can launch a virtual server, all right? So that virtual server is gonna be your virtual machine. So let me go back. So here, all right, so this physical server is Amazon's physical server, all right? So in their data center. So when you request a server, so you will be given virtual machine, and your virtual machine will have its own operating system and software applications, all right? So I think it's very clear. So now let's summarize what we have learned in this video. So the first thing is Amazon EC2 is a web service which provides resizable computing capacity in the Amazon Web Services cloud. All right. So it's a web service. So you use that web service and you will get virtual servers. All right. And whenever you see an instance of Amazon EC2, you can understand that it's about a virtual server, and virtual servers and instances are used interchangeably. All right. So they both mean the same. So now you can use Amazon EC2 to launch as many or as few virtual servers as you need. So definitely there is a limitation regarding the numbers of virtual servers that you can run in a region. But basically, if you need more servers, you can easily lift that limitation. So that's why you can understand that Amazon EC2 allows you to launch as many or as few virtual servers, all right, as you need. So then you have complete control of your instances. So that means you can use your instances for whatever you want. So like, for instance, if you're a web developer, you can use it for running your websites. Or if you are, for instance, a specialist, a professional who deals with machine learning, you can use instances for machine learning. And if you need instances for your other operations, you can use them, all right? So also you can restart your instances, you can switch them off, and or you can even terminate them. That means you can delete them, all right? So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.